Surrounded by the desert that a nation once called home, a city has risen rapidly out of nothing into a shimmering glass and steel forest of skyscrapers. Well, welcome to Qatar, and what a skyline Doha has. It's a city, a region that's developing quickly. Everywhere you look, construction is taking place, whether it's luxury five-star hotels, shopping malls, or sporting venues. It's a country that has an ever-growing sports portfolio, which includes, of course, the 2022 Football World Cup. But it's a country that also has lofty ambitions for its horse racing industry, as we've come to find out. We're familiar with the colours of Qatar Racing and Al Shakab in Europe, and we know the extent of the Qatari investment through its major race sponsorship. What about the racing industry in Qatar itself? I've come to the three-day Emir's Sword Festival, the highlight of their racing calendar. Running for 26 years, it combines Arabian and thoroughbred racing and has attracted an increasing number of international competitors.
International racing is sort of where it's at. It's what this sport is about, and actually seeing good horses now coming into Qatar to compete from all over the world is a seed that's really growing and will get stronger and stronger. Sheikh Durrand has huge ambitions to run in Group 1 races for Al Shakab to be represented internationally and to tie everything together to promote Qatar. For Qatar is to actually be proud of Al Shakab horses, to follow them around the world wherever they race. And likewise for those in the outside world to understand more about Qatar and their passion for the sport.
Obviously it's getting bigger and bigger, and with festivals like this, they have another one at Christmas time, that's getting bigger, and they're buying more and more horses in England, which has got to be good for us, and we'll keep coming here and supporting them. You know, the prize money goes up, the standard goes up, and the participation goes up. And I mean, the prize money is unbelievable this year, probably as good as anywhere. And they have a lovely track here, lovely and flat, and they look after us very well. So, you know, it's a pretty pleasurable experience.
Every race course in the world, they always target the big names in racing. And we would always love to welcome the Judmans, the Godolphins, the Al Shagabs, Qatar Racing, all the big names in racing. This is an international event for everybody, and we don't mind anybody who wins, as long as it's a race that can be look forward to see for everybody. And you know, this is a tradition for us. We started, you know, a long time ago with Arabians. It is in our blood. We love horses, and we will continue to love horses. And as you can see, the growing and the owners are across the world, especially from our part of the world, is growing all over Europe.
Qatar racing's been improving over the last few years, and it's definitely starting to come to the fore. The racing's growing a lot over the last few years, and they seem to be getting bigger crowds, and I'm sure it will continue to get bigger. So, you know, when there's money here to be won and there's racing at a decent track, we'll always be looking to send horses.
It's very impressive, because before nobody knew Qatar, and now it's more famous, and more Europeans coming here around the world, and the race is more famous now, and it's very great now.
Well, this is Al Rayyan racecourse on the edge of Doha. It's part of the Qatar Racing and Equestrian Club, and this week there's also international show jumping and equestrian events as part of the Emir's Sword Festival. But you can see it's a small, compact racecourse, compact grandstand, but it's charming, and there's a lovely atmosphere here on what is their biggest race day of the year. بيان من الجهة الداخلية وآمال لآمال كبيرة وبيان من الجهة الداخلية بيان لطارق مدهوش آمال إلى المركز الثالث. The feature races take place on the Saturday, but British success came a day early in the form of the Irish Thoroughbred Marketing Cup over a mile.
And it is Breffington who's still out in front. 2P is racing huge in second. Extremist made the turn in third. Roman Legend sticking towards the inside rail, but will need an out. Last year's winner, Baltic Knight, set sail for home. Sovereign Daddy's coming on, no heat. Has also got a chance, trying to rally his Diplomat on the inside. Chilwell Icon down the outside. It's Cougar Mountain, but it's now Roman Legend who's got the lead. Extremist on the outside, Sovereign Dead. Cougar Mountain is still lunging. Sovereign Dead, the old boy, has his head in front, and Sovereign Dead wins. Andrew, congratulations. Plan came off though. A good win.
Yeah, everything went to plan. It was a bit rough to start, but he's a tough horse and he tries. So got him in a nice position where we went quick enough, and when I straightened up, he's ran all the way to the line. He's done it well in the end.
How would you sum up your whole experience here?
Yeah, I've loved it. I would love to come back. Lovely people, and they've looked after us really well, so fingers crossed I can come back.
Personally, a big win here?
Yeah, it's great, Group 2, and everything's just, perfect. Everything's great.
There's talk that Al Rayyan Racecourse could be replaced by a larger stadium structure, but for now the small yet attractive grandstand was packed, with some of racing's biggest investors craning their necks to get a glimpse of the runners in the feature races on Saturday.
Well, I think the Doha and the Qatar, the racing has grown in all these years. And as a chairman of China Horse Club, we got our interest. And we'd like to see whether there's opportunity here both for our sponsors, corporate sponsors, and look at the race and learn something from what Qatar is doing an excellent job here. I think this right now, you look at the crowd and the sponsorship, the quality of horses, and trainer, racer, and investors, and everywhere. And I'm very excited about it.
So next year there will be some China Horse Club runners here for the big race?
Finger crossed, yes.
The quality of horse is certainly improving. I mean, you only have to look at what they buy, the horse and training sales. Usually they're buying the top lot, so it's certainly competitive. No, they're doing a good job and they're slowly really getting there. So, obviously we want to be recognised as a big meeting, which, they're working their way to.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen.
The first major race on the Saturday came in the shape of the Durkan Sprint, run in association with the Breeders' Cup. The local Group 3 run over a distance of 6 furlongs saw UK raiders launch a three-pronged attack, with Gracious John, Medician Man and the trailblazing Caspian Prince all looking to bag a share of the $250,000 prize fund.
Caspian Prince has got many been ridden in behind. Medician Man still sitting chilly right at the back of the field. He's got 300 to go and 8 lengths to find on the leader, who is the sprightly veteran Caspian Prince. Down the outside, is that right? Gracious John and Risk Adjusted coming on next. Down the outside is Black Granite. It's now, is that right? And Caspian Prince still staying on Black Granite. The leader now, is that right? And it is that right? With on the outside Black Granite. But is that right? Is a back-to-back winner of the Durkan Sprint.
Congratulations, Harry. Back-to-back victories for this one in this sprint, and had to do it quite hard, I guess, with that wide draw.
Yeah, I mean, I was very conscious of getting a position from such a wide draw in 10, so the early speed helped me. Caspian Prince is obviously a real speed merchant, so probably helped my race. I've been coming here for the last 4 years now, and these 3 days are the most important 3 days over here for me. So, especially on this third day, the big day, is very important to be getting winners. So, I made a good start.
The next race saw a field of 14 contest the Albida Mile, where UK interest again centred on a team of 3. Richard Hannon saddled Gaillard for Al Shakab Racing. The improving Sea Fox represented David Evans, and Simon Dow sent recent stable recruit Mr. Scaramanga to post for the $250,000 event.
They race on towards the final 400 metres of the Albida Mile, and it is now Catchaway who re-engages to the outside of Sea Fox. These two now head and head. Hazia set down for the drive. Mr. Scaramanga now is beginning to take aim as they race down towards the final 200. It's Mr. Scaramanga who now goes on. Hazia on the outside, Sea Fox, and then not a lot, but it is Mr. Scaramanga who is out in front. He strikes gold today, Mr. Scaramanga.
Simon, congratulations. A trip certainly made worthwhile.
Absolutely, a really special day for a little stable like ours, and the horse did it. He had a dream run, didn't he? He was in exactly the right place the whole way round. Lucky to have the services of a man who's obviously extremely talented and knows this place well. And today it just came off.
How have you found your time out here in Qatar? What have you made of the racing industry in the country?
Well, obviously it's emerging and it's developing. It's been a privilege to be part of it. We've been treated like kings, and we're already aware in England of their Qatar's immense influence on this wonderful sport. And it's rather nice to come to the home.
The local Group 1, His Highness the Emir's Trophy for Thoroughbreds, provided a truly international field. The Sir Michael Stout trained Arab Spring, and Richard Fahey's Gabriel represented the UK, whilst there are also entries from France, Germany and the United States.
Qatar racing is really growing. You're hearing more buzz about it in the States, so just such an honor. We're the very first U.S. horse, and hopefully the first of many, and I know if we get lucky next year and we have a horse like Royal Albert Hall that gets invited, we'll be coming back. Everyone's so nice. Everyone's so excited. Just have that common theme. You know, we all love horses, and here we are, $1 million race. It's just a lot of excitement in the air.
Well, this is the first time I've been racing here, but I've been in the country many times. We do a lot of business here, and it's fantastic. You know, the racetrack is great, and it's not, you know, like other tracks around the world I've been to where it's huge and you get lost. Here, everybody's very friendly. You get to everywhere you want to, and it's great. You know, it's a great atmosphere, and I'm loving it.
The Blue Eye, ridden by Harry Bentley, was bidding for back-to-back wins. But the field was headed by Qatar Derby winner Noor Al Hawa, trained by Andreas Vollher in Germany. The son of McPhee was stepping up in trip again as he sought to complete a valuable big race double in Qatar.
As they go now towards the final 600 metres, and Chopin still has the lead, and he's gone clear now by the best part of 6 lengths, and Frankie Dettori gets lower in the saddle on Arab Spring. He's now going to try and take second around the outside of Fort Mobile, and then Pompey, who is running huge as they make the turn in. Less than 300 to go in the Emir's trophy, and Chopin has tried to steal it on the front end. He still leads by 5. Now in second place, Noor Al Hawa begins to charge, but he's running out of time. They've only got another 100 metres to go. Chopin is out in front, and he's not for catching today. Bahrain are going to take the Emir's trophy. It is Chopin who wins.
Congratulations, deep breath. You must be delighted with that.
I am. Thank you so much. I can't even say anything. I'm out of breath. I'm just so happy.
How nerve-wracking was it watching it? Because, I mean, he led from so far out.
I thought he's going to stay like 4th or 5th until when they hit the stretch. And he gone way early, and I thought, that's it, my horse is gone. But he kept going.
The main event of the 3 days, the HH Emir's Sword for purebred Arabian racehorses, featured the Thomas Forsey trained and Al Shakab owned Al Mutajez, who was bidding to become the first horse to complete the Arabian Triple Crown. A $1 million bonus was on offer after he claimed the first 2 legs at the Qatar Goodwood Festival and the Qatar Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe meeting in October.
As Al Mutajez has thrown it down to them with that massive move midway down the back stretch. In second is Emir'S and Alan Munro. Gazwan is back in 3rd and driven. Tate towards the inside is in 4th, and then Spaghetti in 5th. But it is Al Mutajez who is digging, but he's being tackled on both wings. Here on the outside is Emir'S, and Emir'S now is breaking the heart of Al Mutajez, and it is Emir'S for Julian Smart and Alan Munro, and Emir'S has taken the Emir Sword.
Julian, congratulations, winning the big race here at the Emir Sword Festival, and the emotion I guess you showed after the race proved how much it means to you.
Yeah, it's something that's very hard to describe, you know, because the pressure of this job and of this meeting it's immense. It's like nothing I've experienced before. We've had a very average season for us. You start to question your methods, I think, and when you start doing that, then things probably go worse. Luckily, we stuck to our guns. I've stuck to my guns all the way through. Been accused of being a little bit individualist for doing that and not a team player, but look, at the end of the day, we've won the race, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
And in terms of racing here in Qatar, can you see in the future having new facilities or a thoroughbred racing industry that matches the Arabians?
Yeah, they're on the way up for sure. They need now to look at themselves and create new facilities. They need a new racetrack, to be honest. This is lovely. It's nice and atmospheric on a big day like this, but they need to update things now. You know, they probably need to find a bigger area. Have another race. We need 2 racetracks. We need more racing because there's more horses coming in every year. So it's developing very quickly. Obviously, they've got the money to develop it as quickly as they are, but as long as they don't forget, you know, the horsemen and the horses in all of it, they'll be okay. But they're definitely going the right way.
His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Thani, who also bred this colt by Amma. Congratulations to His Highness and all his team at Al Shahani Estates.
So just a glitzy prize-giving ceremony to conclude the three-day Emir Sword Festival. It has been a successful week for Qatar, showcasing the racing industry. It is clear that this meeting is certainly on the up. More foreign runners here this week than ever before. With its ideal weather conditions, decent prize money and warm hospitality, there'll be no one surprised to see this meeting becoming bigger and better in the future.